I would say, can somebody come and explain for us from Ahmadiyya side that what was the need for Mirza
What was the
Ghulam
need?
Qadiani?
What was the need? What was the motive? This all these years after the Quran was written, none of this was divulged to the Prophet Muhammad. Eh,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like the Kashmir story. Go back to the Kashmir story. It's
same thing. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Why why was this needed? The question is, why was the Kashmir story needed, especially when it wasn't revealed to the Prophet? And amazingly, the Quran makes a categorical statement that today your religion has been perfected and God's favors upon you are complete.
Hmm.
So that means the information that was needed for our salvation had been delivered in the Quran, and we didn't need any more information. So if we don't need any more information, why the story about Kashmir, dying in Kashmir and being buried in Kashmir? And how does that even make sense?
I
That
mean,
is,
no,
yeah.
you're absolutely right. And I mean, that's what I wanted answered. And obviously, you saw in the summer they put out that video clip, inviting Sheikh Azra Rashid to debate this, to debate the death of Jesus and the ascension of Jesus and so on. And I was in contact with Azra today, and that debate it's not in the pipeline. It's still not been
I,
arranged, and that's been 3-4 months. He's
he meant,
agreed to all the conditions. He's done everything that he can do, as he was willing to do when I first tried to arrange that debate. Well, that was a year ago. I started negotiations about that a year ago, and that
I
fell
brought,
through.
yeah,
And then that video was put out in the summertime, after I did the podcast with him. He's agreed to all the conditions, and he's done a response podcast, and it has gone completely quiet. I wanted that. Because I want the counter narrative. What's the explanation to the Kashmir story?
Yeah.
Because I haven't got that. I've never got that.
yeah. And when Asrar Rashid, he mentioned to me himself that they are being uh, they are interested in a debate. I told him categorically, this is not going to happen. Watch. When it comes to the crux, when the time when the push comes to shove, it's not gonna happen. They're just gonna disappear. They're gonna ignore your messages. They're gonna make lame excuses. They're just gonna run away. They're not
Yeah, I
gonna
mean, when I was arranging it, I even offered Raheel from the debating committee, because he had been singled out, or he'd been nominated as a probable suitable candidate to debate Azra. I mean, Azra was even willing to meet him for a preliminary face-to-face meeting. I'd asked Azra, but Raheel opted out of that. I mean, we were even going to prepare the questions that I was going to chair the debate. We were even going to do the questions beforehand, so there wouldn't be any surprises. And that was scheduled to take place at the end of April, but I'm afraid that fell through. And then again in the summer, they reopened that very publicly on X, and through Ibrahim, the head of the debating committee. He did that rather lion-like challenge, and nothing has come of it.
I, I, I mean, if you give us the permission, Declan, we want to put you forward as the moderator. If they are worried about having a biased moderator or something like that, then you have no horse in the race. You are a Catholic, okay? You're neither Ahmadi nor a Muslim, so we can put you forward as a moderator. You can moderate such debates and dialogues between us. We can possibly do 5 debates or 10 debates. We can choose 5 topics. They can choose 5 topics, and we can indulge in these debates. Uh, and
I'm more than willing to do that, but if they're doing response, and to be quite honest with you, this is for both of you. I mean, I'm not the least bit offended by what they've said about me, and they've called me a lousy researcher and so on and forth. Well, it's very hard to be a good researcher if you can't get dialogue and get a counter narrative. And God knows I have tried. I've really tried with these people. And I'm
yeah,
willing. I forget about the silly cartoon or whatever they put on X. That was Actually, it was quite funny, really. But yeah, forget about that nonsense. You know, I'm more than willing to reach out to them and to get this, you know, dialogue moving. I personally, I would like to do some more podcasts with them in a non-theological way, because I still have so many more social questions to ask them. So if they want to invite me, I'm willing to do more of them. But you're absolutely right. I'm more than willing to chair debates between you and them on you know, topics that you choose and topics they choose, and to do it in a really fair way, or as much as I humanly possibly can.
Oh, that's
And work out a format. But we need to really get moving with this. You know, as I said, I've tried before, and it's no good. 6 months down the line, still no podcast. You know, we're either going to work together or we're not, and we need to speed this up now, because I don't think this, Mohammed or Adnan, I don't think either of you are going to stop doing these podcasts. You're going to continue with or without their participation. And wouldn't it be much better with their participation? Because, I mean, what example are they showing to their community? What example are they showing to their young people?
yes.
By this just saying, oh, they're lying, and no counter narrative, nothing, no response.